Hello YouTube, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. This is going to be game number 2 between our Protoss and Zerg players here. It's going to be on Lerilak Crest, and this is from the Intel Extreme Masters tournament from Taipei, which was held at the very start of February 2016. So let's quickly introduce our players, but before that, if you have missed the previous video and you're watching this on a replay video on YouTube, please click on the links in the description. You will be able to see game number 1, because otherwise there will be a spoiler very shortly. And let's introduce our players. So on the bottom left hand side here, we've got Team Liquid's Snute. Snute is a very popular player right now, super cool, super awesome, and he also does a bit of casting for the pro tournaments. He's from Norway, and his opponent is going to be herO. herO is currently on Team CJ Entus, and he's from South Korea. So let's see how this one plays out. The scores are as follows. Currently, herO at 1, Snute at 0. So let's see how this one plays out. Because of course, it's all about how the series ends, not how the series begins. An early expansion coming out for Snute. That was before the spawning pool, by the way. Looks like an expansion coming out for herO as well. So herO going for an expansion right after 1 gateway. And then going for his cybernetics core. So it looks like he's going for a second gas as well. It's a bit peculiar because second gas typically means that he is going to be going for some sort of, tech. So to be honest, I would not be surprised at all to see disruptors coming out. I mean, in the previous game, they did so damn well for him. All he really did was build 2 disruptors at the same time, and he just absolutely decimated his opponent. At that point, Snute was ahead for most of the start of the game, and then he just started losing units, losing small fights, wasn't able to commit to it, unfortunately, and he just ended up losing straight out and bringing the series to 1-0, which is a bit unfortunate, but look, that happens. No matter how good you are. Ooh, Stargate. Interesting. So instead of going for the very reliable disruptors, he's gone for a Stargate this time. A third base coming down for Snute. Doesn't have his second base fully saturated just yet, but that will be very shortly. See, looks like we've got 1 adept just being a bit annoying in the middle of the map. The Stargate has just completed as well. Let's see what he's going to make out of it. Oracle is the choice to build. And just to note, the only anti-air that herO or Snute has at the moment is actually the Queens. And I assume that this has not been spotted. There's nothing really to show him that. And this poor adept. Did it just survive? It did. Haha, look at it here. It did survive. It managed to get the translocation, psionic transfer rather, done. So he sees this expansion. Very crucial scouting information. And his Zerlings are now on the way. They are going to intercept it. And there's probably not going to be a psionic transfer. Oh my god, he actually didn't even care about them. About it, I mean. So let's see, we have Phoenixes on the way now for herO. He's got a Twilight Council on the way. So gonna potentially see some either Blink Stalkers or even Resonating Glaives is just something that's not used right now because of the whole nerf to the Adepts. But could very well see it. I mean, it's not completely unlikely to see it. Now, a bit of an oversaturation on this base. I've actually done a bit of research about this very recently. Oversaturations are actually worth it. It's a weird thing, but they're worth it. Now, if you have a quick look, I need to get a better angle, hold on. Actually, this is a perfect angle. If you look at the mineral line here, you've got a few mineral lines that are actually further away than the other ones. So it's notably these ones, this one, I think this one as well, yeah, and I think this one is further away as well. Now, when you have got a further away mineral patch, it actually makes perfectly good sense to put 3 workers on it instead of 2. The actual drop of minerals that you get, I believe 1 worker gets about 58 minerals per minute. Whereas if you have 3 workers on it, the 3rd worker that's on it is going to lose a little bit of efficiency, but not a whole lot. He gets, I think, about 54. Yeah, I think it's about 54 per minute, which, believe it or not, is not bad. I mean, considering it's an extra worker from what this tells you. It tells you can only get 16 workers on a mineral line. But if you get an extra 4 workers on the 4 patches that are further away, makes that absolutely worth it. I've tested it with different bases. I've tested it with you know, the different amount of workers. So I've done 12, I've done 14, I've done 16. That was a pretty linear increase. So obviously, you know, you're not fully saturating the base. At 16, you're essentially optimal per worker. Then if you put up 18, the 2 extra workers start mining 54 minerals per minute. But the other ones are not affected. They're still doing full mineral mining. So let's have a quick look here. What is going down here? These adepts moving straight into the base. Now, I think that they're probably going to want to just scoot right back on out, because realistically they're going to get taken out in the corner here. Not going to do a whole lot. So many of these Phoenixes just lifting off units, doing a lot of damage, and oh, just missing this. A few adepts getting taken out there. Now he did take out a few workers, which of course is pretty good. Managing to pick off a queen as well. I think that was actually a creep queen, which is still quite good. Gonna pick off the second one here as well. And at the moment, Snute doesn't really have anything to deal with these Phoenixes. I mean, he's got queens, but with so many Phoenixes, he can just continuously rush the bases and attack. The only obviously problem is that there is spore crawlers in position now. So probably going to want to pick off a few of these just to essentially wear them down as much as possible, because he doesn't have a huge army in the ground. He has the superior air force, but not the ground army. So fort base is coming down for Snute. And to be honest, I think he's actually in such a good position. He's got himself a lair on the way. I mean, Snute, he's got a lair on the way. But these Phoenix, there's so many of them. So he would really need to... Ooh, did I just see a... Dark Templars being warped in. So Dark Templars being warped in. Let's see if he's going to be able to pull off any cheese with these guys and essentially shut down a base. Now, just to note, there is a Spore Crawler in position, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. But as you can see, these Phoenix is just being so troublesome right now. Just taking out more and more units. Dark Templars, oh, getting warded off pretty much immediately. Gonna have to back on away. Walk of shame, Dark Templars. Piss off right now. Let's see, picking off another queen. The Spore Crawler is not going to be up. Oh, he might actually lose a Phoenix here. A bit unfortunate. But that's quite alright. Starting to do more and more damage to the economy here. He's got 7 workers taken out so far. And going to be able to probably snap off a few more here. Now, Phoenix is in position here. Not actually doing a whole lot, because I don't think they have energy for liftoffs. So in just a few moments, he should be able to make use of them again. And these adepts just being so troublesome right now. 8 workers have been taken out. Now, just note, Snute still has more workers. And finally, this has been taken out now. Just a note. Dark Templars, hello. Nope, denied again. Unfortunately for him, Dark Templars just consistently getting denied here. And that is, of course, because there is already a Spore Crawler in position. So Spore Crawlers, you know, they obviously can't attack it. They can attack the War Prison, but not the Dark Templars. But the problem with Spore Crawlers is you generally put them up right after seeing a bunch of Phoenixes. So if that happens, at that point, you definitely want to get Spore Crawlers up, which start essentially denying other units for the Protoss, notably the Dark Templars. Now managing to snipe off a few, and then moving on away. So still, Phoenix is just doing more and more damage here. I think, to be honest, if he continued on with the Phoenix production, he could probably take this game. I mean, he's doing so much damage here, despite the fact that his army is smaller. He's got 63 to 69. A lot of that army supply is inside these Phoenixes. And at this point, there's a lot of ground. I think that he's probably done a little bit too much with the Phoenixes though. Oh, well, here we go. We've got 6 Infestors being thrown down. 8 Infestors! Wow! Okay, 8 Infestors being thrown down, which means essentially that he's going to be able to probably kill these Phoenixes from full health all the way down. There we go. 1. 2 Infestors actually getting picked off at the same time. As you can see, more fungal growths going down, taking out a few of those Phoenixes, and at this point, Phoenixes have been destroyed. Next thing that's happening here, it seems, is that he's got a bunch of Queens, he's got a bunch of Infestors. He might actually just rush his opponent. On the other side of the map, though, we do have the Protoss with his 2 Disruptors here, 2 Disruptors in production. So they should be on the way soon. Oh, Purification Nova! Managing to snipe off, I believe that was an Infestor and 2 Ravagers. Very nice play here. Now the Time Warp's going down. Gonna slow down units inside them. Purification Nova going down also. Nice hits there. Now just a quick request for people that are watching on the video on YouTube later. If you haven't liked this video and you're like what you're watching, you probably are. I mean, you are about 11 minutes into it. So if you could please do me a favor, leave the video a thumbs up. That would be super appreciated. And what is our Zerg player going to do here? Looks like a Templar Archives. I keep calling it Twilight Council. Templar Archives is on the way here. So gonna potentially see some Archons. There we go, blinking straight into his army, not worried at all. Despite the fact that that army was bigger than his own and he's only had Blinkstalkers here. Actually, most of the enemies there, so that's actually quite a big blow for Snute here. A huge blow. He's got a fort base on the way. Snute is just trying to reestablish this base here, which unfortunately I actually missed getting destroyed. Looks like there's 4 Purification Novas available from these Disruptors. Could very well, I mean, Purification Nova is such a beautiful thing. I mean, with 4 Purification Novas, you could pretty much take out 3/4 of an army. And there we go, 4 Ravagers, and I don't know how many Zerglings even, taken out by 1 Purification Nova, and another one blowing up here. Oh, look, we've got the Yoinks in position as well. They have full energy, so they will be able to grab somebody. And the best option for them is either Immortals or Disruptors. Probably Disruptors is the better option. Yoink, go for it. No, looks like herO is coming out on top here. There's a bunch of Spine Crawlers in position as well, so they'll probably be able to hold this for a while, but not a whole lot. There we go, the engagement going down. Taking out all of the Spine Crawlers, they're obviously not really much of a challenge when you got Immortals and Stalkers. Base again gonna get denied here. There's pretty much nothing that he can do to keep this base alive. There's 11 drones taken out as well. There's an extra base here. Oh my god, there's an Ultras here. I didn't actually notice there were Ultras being produced, but he doesn't actually have full Carapace upgrades for them. Oh, Purification Nova landing right on top of the 2 of them, taking them out almost immediately. And I wonder, does Snute have enough? I don't think he does. 32 army supply in favor of against 80. And I think that this could very well be GG. There we go, game number 2 taken by herO yet again. Very well played here from herO. I think that the Purification Novas are pretty much the deciding factors in most matchups right now, and I think that if they got nerfed a little bit as well, it would probably make sense. And that is it for game number 2. herO taking the series to 2-0. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Of course, leave it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you guys in game number 3.